Hey guys, gals, not many pals, all my friends and dicks out there. Welcome back to another Hoop Loves Talks. I know it's been a while, and trust me, a lot of crazy things have happened. So, honestly, just bear with me. Trust me, it has been a lot, and a lot to handle, of course, and just a lot of traveling. So doing YouTube has really been interesting, but it's also kind of given me this little insight into something that I feel like we should all apply to our lives. That one thing is trusting. How do we trust others? And how do we trust ourselves in life? You know, I think it's quite interesting, and it might even surprise you. But I think we all know that the fact of the matter is, half of us trust other people in life more than we trust ourselves. And I don't know, is that the ugly truth, or is it just the truth? Why does it have to be ugly if it's real? I feel like we underestimate ourselves so much, and we put so much on ourselves for no apparent reason sometimes. I feel like it's a lot. And going back now and just getting onto YouTube again, rates go to them, and, Spotify and whatever else I'm on, obviously, and Spreaker. Yes, rates also go to them too. All after this, kind of crazy period of just, traveling, it's been interesting. Kind of makes me think, wow, guys, gals, nobody else, we just won't stop. A lot of the time, we're just up and go, right at them, and when we do stop and we come back, it's like, okay, we gotta come back. What are we doing? What are we doing this? Are we doing that? And sometimes when we don't get back to where we want exactly at the moment that we say it, we get mad at ourselves. Sometimes we get take out that anger on other people, but it doesn't make us feel better. In fact, it probably just makes us feel worse. Usually does. Kind of interesting how things work that way. I think sometimes we're really harsh on ourselves. And I think sometimes it takes other people to point it out. And other times, it just takes yourself. Like, when you're saying, I don't know, when you're just talking to yourself, sometimes doubting yourself in your head. Don't you ever have that moment where there's that one person in the back of your head like, no, why are you being so mean? Why are you being so mean to yourself? Kind of like that little Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, obviously, it's also go to Disney as well. I'm just kind of telling you, stop, this isn't the right course, Even though you may have not have gotten your YouTube videos uploaded, Hope, it's okay. You have tomorrow. You have today. You have a life. It's okay to live. It's okay to live and just, work to live and not live to work. And, no matter how you say it or what you say, it's okay. Just don't be mean to yourself. Don't be so rude. Being just so terrible to yourself, but you're so nice to, like, everyone else who meets you. Why does that even make sense? You want to treat others the way you want to be treated, obviously, but why don't you treat your way like, why don't you treat yourself that way? Why don't you treat it as the way you treat anything is the way that you treat everything? That when you give people love and respect, you should give everyone love and respect. And no, it doesn't have to be to the same exact volume every time. Okay, I get it. There are some people out there with literal no remorse for anything that they do. They just don't care. But there are some people who have remorse and sometimes need it. Sometimes you need to get closure, and sometimes, hey, they may be rotting away in whatever they're doing now, but while they're there, they need closure too. And I kind of feel like it's very important to just let yourself go sometimes and trust yourself. To let yourself go on a test and be like, no, you're overthinking this. What you need to do has already been done. Move on. Sometimes taking that extra step to not yell at yourself when you got an answer wrong on a test, and, the problem may have been like the only problem. Taking that extra step to not kill yourself and hold on it, rather to just take that energy and be like, you know what? Hey, we still got an A. Guess what? We still got, all the other questions, right? We still got, these questions, right? That was a really hard question, Other people in the class didn't get that. To be able to treat yourself as a friend and learn how to mark your achievements is pretty important. I mean, look, I've been on YouTube for a pretty long time now. And if y'all are gonna go, well, Hope, it's only been a year and that's not a long time. It is. A year could be a year to someone else, but a year could be 2 or 3 to someone else. It kind of depends on all that you've done, and I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. And honestly, when you get onto any social media platform, all of your insecurities are immediately highlighted. If you're constantly looking for validation in others and other people, you're always checking the subscriber count. If you always want to seem interesting to people and come off as nice, you're always looking at your video duration, looking at how many people stay and where do they drop off at. If you're constantly looking at other channels that do things like you but not exactly, and you're afraid that you're not going to look like an individual, it's clear that you have your own identity crisis. I mean, everybody does when they get onto a certain platform. Life is hard, and people can be so unremorseful at times that it is crazy. But understanding how to set up goals and how not to be looking at the subscriber count all the time. I did not tap that button to see your current analytics all the time and just say, well, I'm only going to look at this on Saturday because blah, 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 blah. I'm only going to look at this on Friday because I need rest on the weekend. I'm not going to look at this while I'm at this place. Making those boundaries are really important because it also helps you from devaluing yourself, putting your self-value in a couple of people who have subscribed to your channel. That's not cool, okay? I love everybody on our channel, on YouTube, of course. I love our whole entire community here that we've all set up together. But trust me, looking at the views on your videos, the views on your streams, the views that you may get from a TikTok or whatever, where it's also good to them, that's not going to make yourself feel better about you. It's only going to make yourself feel worse. It's only going to be like, well, if you don't have this amount of views on this, then you're not good enough. And if they start to drop because something happens, you start to doubt yourself. Like, what's wrong with me? What am I doing? Instead of being like, what could actually be the cause of this, and not just blame yourself immediately. Is it my content that's wrong? Is it this that's wrong? Why are you questioning your content so much? Certain things in your life really shouldn't be dependent upon other people. Being collaborative in groups are great, but you should always have a backup plan because of that one kid that we all know isn't really going to pull their weight. And that doesn't mean you be suspicious of everyone, but if you have an inkling about something, trust yourself. Put up some walls and some borders, to trust yourself and know when somebody's pushing you over the edge. Know when somebody's driving you insane. And know when you need to take a break from making content. All of this stuff, all of it gets easier as you go on. Trust me. But you also gotta learn how to give your time to yourself to readjust after you're coming off a break. And if you don't know how to do that part, then you're just not there yet. And it's okay, because guess what? You get closer to your goals every single day. The only thing that will kill you is inaction. And that will be the inaction to see the value that you are. So, in the universe, we just have to keep working on it. We just have to keep working on being better, not only to each other, but to also ourselves. To making ourselves feel good about the work that we've done and that we can get done, that we have done. And most of all, not ever abandoning a friend and yourself. The first teammate that comes on any squad is the inside of you. If you can be there for yourself, you can show up for them. It's not yourself that's the problem. It never is. All we have to do is just go on the inside and take some time to remember that there are two parts to one whole that makes up me and you. All of us needs to work with our inner selves before we can make a commitment to show up for everyone. Because showing up is great, but it's not so great when you kill yourself. Not so great when you kill yourself on the inside. That's all I have to say. Show up for yourself.